Greetings everybody and welcome to a follow-up video. Today we are going to be looking at how to lose like a pro. That's right. My previous video, we got lots of lovely comments, and I'm going to just talk a little bit about a couple. There's a lot of character recommendations out there, and yes, I've already moved off of Kitane because she does have Immortal Spirit, which helps her survive, and that's not necessarily what we want. We're going to be talking about some other units really quickly. For people who keep saying Immortal Zidan, on JP it's 3k medals. We are here to lose like a pro, but not at pro prices. So yeah, for global that's probably a little bit different. For JP, it's essentially something that I would not even remotely consider, so that's why it's not in my videos, just for noteworthy sake. Now, today I want to talk about Zidan, because actually Zidan is a unit that really isn't incredible. He's fine, but by today's standards, that fine is a little bit less fine off. I want to talk about this unit. This unit, if you didn't know, in his subpart of his main job, has an ability that can sacrifice his HP to donate to other characters. And I thought, hey, this would actually be really, really good if you crank up his speed and if you have just the fastest character. You can go into a map, trigger this ability right away, and die. Turns out it doesn't work. Either auto or manual, the ability will not let you cast it unless there are other characters on the field, so that takes away from the fun. I don't like it. Gumi, why? So just in case people were thinking about some kind of self-destruct ability, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I've tried it. It doesn't work. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about just general strategy for daily stuff. First off, when talking about just auto versus manual, there's people I've come across who have said, hey, why don't you just do a manual thing and just auto kill your character? And there's a couple problems with that. First off, while you probably could, I have tried it a little bit, and over the last few days, my biggest problem has been that normally I am a little bit slower than some of the best characters out there, which you do run into quite a lot. And just stat-wise, you're not going to win that fight. And the problem with people who are playing manual is that they're actually here to play. There is a moment of, wait, what's my opponent doing? Why do they only have one character? Oh, well, let me just run around a little bit. Let me find the right position. Let me find the right ability. And it's so much slower. On average, manual is just generally slower and is a little bit worse, in my opinion. It's not super. And that's just mainly because of how much manual players are actually there to play games. They're not just, hey, free win. They will take time. It's a little bit slower, and we are here to lose like a pro. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, over the last few days, auto is the automatic best way of doing this. It's really fast, it's really reliable, and it doesn't require you to pay much attention. I just don't think that this is worth paying an overly high amount of attention for. It's essentially just, hey, we want to get in, out, done, and on with the rest of our day, because it's just, PvP coins, whatever. But the lack of lag from essentially having your characters just auto move and auto cast their abilities is so much more reliable. Like there, we got map abilities, we got these characters moving over, and yeah, with these wide maps, obviously they're designed to this, so yeah, you just crank it. Woo! Did 400 damage. Sweet. But yeah. This is about one of the fastest I've been able to get done. Obviously, probably could do 120, but I think anytime it's just another cost, which makes this more costly than it has to be. So yeah, I fully recommend just full auto, character low HP as you can, but high speed as possible. And yeah, just doing that actually works out really nicely. The one other thing I want to talk about is class match. Class match, obviously, ranking, as you can see, I've dropped down a bunch because I haven't been doing too terribly much. But busy, that's my excuse, blah, blah, blah. But I do want to talk about rewards. Rewards for actually getting your final ranking, depending on how much you do. If you get into gold, 50 coins. If you get into, what is it? Higher tiers, goes up to 80, then to 100, 120, and maxes out at 160. That's automatically just so much better than Earth Veritas ever was, could be, possibly. Gumi, why? I guess they got some feedback about Earth Veritas, but won't actually do anything about Earth. I don't know. So this one is definitely worth the effort. Class match, of course, obviously gets other rewards too. So that's always worth actually playing. Maybe not too hard, but yeah, when it comes to doing your dailies, if you're just looking for the fastest, most reliable way of not losing coins because of disconnects or issues or errors or anything, it's just better to make the match as fast and reliably fast as possible, which just involves getting your character killed. It's not worth the effort. And if you're a player who doesn't like this mode, then I think this strategy is at least palatable. It could still use a skip button. I feel like when we have this section of, hey, it's automatically being done anyway, both sides, the server has already decided who is the winner and who is the loser, that you should just have a skip button, but whatever, minor gripe. This is about as fast as I've been able to get it. I think it's generally pretty reliable, and hopefully it will help people. Of course, use the character of your choice. If there's a character you really dislike who has high speed, probably generally pretty good. But that's all for me. Thanks so much for watching. And we're gonna get the kill. Oh. Animation. Unfortunate. Game. Oh, good. That was almost a crash. See, this is what I mean. You do not want to dick around with die as quick as you can, and get the hell out of there. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Later.